Hijster back in the mix, going with his Chaos. Now, I'm not entirely sure if Jyuuken is familiar or has any kind of familiarity with Chaos. However, he does know the premise of the opponent because he does, in fact, main Carl and BBCF. So he understands it just a tiny bit. So let's see.
All right, so for anyone wondering, I see some of this in the chat. What my co-commentator is calling legalized pause button is really just the chain shift because it gives a little half-second pause. You can kind of, it's not like a real pause. It just gives a pause in the action, so where you can see what your opponent's doing and see like that. You just get you have half of a second maybe in order to just realize what your opponent, what's doing everything, and what the best option to do is.
Yeah, and see, I call it a legal pause button because literally everything stops for like, what, half a second to a second, which is a lot of time in this kind of genre of game that we play.
Yeah, and it gives you, it lets you see whether your opponent's coming out with a button, and if they are coming out with a button, a lot of the times you can just, EX DP or DP or whatever you want to do.
It just lets you reset and get a nice scope of the playing field.
Yeah. So what I call chain shift, this man calls legal pause button. It's just a difference in the dialect.
That's what
it's a linguistical difference.
Alright, so right now we see Hijster going in with some damage.
Okay, and that was very smart. He dashed under to get his opponent into the corner. So now Jyuuken, you have to deal with this corner pressure. Let's see how you like this. Oh, that we just roll out.
Yep,
we just tech out. Okay.
Tech's out.
Alright, that means don't rush.
Yes.
What do you know? You don't speak Japanese. You watch anime.
First off, you know what? Fair. Facts.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
All right. And then Jyuuken brings that matchup, setting this to 1-0 Jyuuken's lead.
I really wish they'd buy some colors. You gotta save, you gotta buy some colors.
And it is not looking good for Hijster tonight, folks, as Jyuuken is just taking advantage of all of Byakuya's hits and just snowballing this entire match.
I will say, though, if there's any, one of the benefits to, oh, is he gonna, oh, very smart. He bounces his opponent over the trap to leave it out there. Anyway, if there's one thing that I can say is that you will learn to fight some, if you come out to like weeklies or monthlies, you learn to fight a lot of, I don't know how you call it, non-standard characters. You fight a lot of a lot of unique people.
A lot of unique players that.
Oh no!
He completely whiffed it.
You get punished for that.
He is going to punish. Hijster's going to make sure that he feels the pain and the burn on whipping that.
He puts his opponent in the corner, and Jyuuken was hitting a button. That's a counter hit. Drop combos when they drop combos turn into resets. That's the American way.
But Jyuuken was able to find a split second of daylight to get a hit in to get himself out of the corner and bring this match back in his favor. But yeah, as we were saying before, we do in fact get a lot of unique players and characters that come out here. Like a lot of the players here don't normally pick up Chaos. When we have Chaos players here, it's an eye-opener. So the fact that there's a lot of things that you still in fact have to learn about this game.
We have a pretty decent Hilda player too, who like never goes for tournaments.
He never goes.
He doesn't do any tournaments. It's hilarious.
I just need our a new Wagner player to come in.
He plays weird games like the Toho fighting game and like Dong Dong Never Die. Have you heard of that? Dong Dong Never Die is a Chinese fighting game where like it's like if you and I were like, hey, let's make a fighting game, and then we just incorporated all the people here. They have like digitized sprites the way Mortal Kombat does.
Oh my
it's
God.
hilarious. You should see it.
That's hilarious. I need to check that out.
I think Mario's a character, if I'm not wrong.
So it's pretty much like Mugen.
I guess, but like only the friends of the developers actually are like in the game, and then Mario, I think.
All right, folks. Jyuuken puts another point on the board, putting him at game point. He just needs to win 2 more, and he is back in winners.
Yes. Yeah, and we usually, like, let's be honest here, we usually see Jyuuken somewhere on the winner's stands.
Yeah.
So he really wants this, because I won't say it's it could go either way. Koma does have the advantage coming from the winner's bracket.
Absolutely.
But it's not like Jyuuken's out of it.
I mean, he's not out of it, but also
he plays some nonsense, and especially a character that's big on cross-ups like this, is really annoying for a character like Batista to fight, where they keep crossing over you and you continuously lose your back charge.
Oh, that's gotta definitely hurt for Batista players, because with you without that back charge, you're literally just a sitting duck.
Right. I mean, you still have the down charge, which is like your flash kick, but that comes with a whole mess of risks by itself.
That's like, if you miss that, you're paying that with like your left kidney, your arm, your leg, and your right eye socket. Ooh, and it's just not looking good for Hijster. He's
How
just
did you get
falling
hit
into
by
these traps.
You got hit by like the second hit of the DP. What was that?
That's happening. I think it's the mental.
You just stop blocking.
His mental fortitude is honestly starting to get into the tech now.
Yeah.
It's just not happening anymore.
That's really like a characteristic of fighting game players, like top players, that you really don't hear a lot of people talk about. It's like the mental fortitude. It takes a lot of like stamina, both mental and physical, to really like go through an entire tournament. It's different when you have locals, you only have like 2 or 3, but like, man, it's a whole other investment when you're at like a regional and you have to basically dedicate an entire like 6 hours to your prep.
All right, and this could be the finish right now. Jyuuken might be going for that perfect. He's in that 200 meter. Will he finish?
Put that P on the board.
And he finishes with the EX, goes with the perfect, and then Jyuuken brings this match home, putting him back into grand finals.